Looks like a beautiful day in Florida. A little bit cool, but it's January 1st, 2020. So the first day of the year, we're going to do some solar cooking in a tube. And basically, I'm going to warm up some freeze-dried food and then do some cooking in the third little tray that I'll show you in a moment. So basically what I have here is our teriyaki fried rice. This comes from freeze-dried packets, and that's all it is. I'm just going to warm this up with the water inside the tube, and there's 2 servings, as you can see here. And then this little tray has some sausage, some onions, some carrots, some baby potatoes that I chopped up rather, with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. And this is actually going to cook in here, so we're going to put it on the innermost tray, which when I slide this tray inside the tube, it's going to be closest to the end, and that's going to be the hottest part of the tube. Not much of a difference, but it does get hotter. So I want to cook those potatoes, and these I just want to warm the water and rehydrate this freeze-dried food. So I'm going to put the water in, and then I'm going to load the tray. Okay, so now we have the water mixed in here. I have everything ready to go, so we'll just slip this tray in here. Like so. And we'll close that tube. Now the only thing left to do is to adjust the solar tube holder. And the way we do that is we're going to adjust the mirrors. And basically the mirror, we're going to take the back one. Make sure you're wearing sunglasses, by the way, to protect your eyes in case you get a flash. You orient the mirror, you open it to the point where you see the reflection. Put your hand and you can see the reflection on the back of the tube. So then you just tighten it in place, and the bottom one is going to reflect underneath this portion of the tube. The rest is going to be directly on the sun. By the way, these holders are made at Acrylics Plus, and they're universal, so you can actually put a tube up to 6 inches in diameter. This happens to be 5 inches, but it will adjust. You can use a tube from 6 inches to the smallest one that I have, which is about 2.5 inches, and it fits right across. And like I said, it's universal. And then we're going to, once we have it with the sun reflecting on the back, that's all we have to do. Here, I'll show you a little closer. Okay, what we have here is the direction aiming slot. All it is, it's a slot that's been cut out, and as you can see, the shadow is not covering the entire width, or the entire the entire width of this piece over here. So you can see a little bit of light over here, and the shadows completely on the other side. So that means that the aiming is slightly off to maximize the sunlight. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the holder until that shadow is exactly the same width. So you see there's no white spot on either side. That means that this holder and the tube are exactly oriented to the sun. Later on, in about 45 minutes, I'll just orient it that way we can maximize the amount of sun hitting the tube. And that's how you aim this tube to the sun. It's a very practical holder. You have reflecting in the back, reflecting underneath. One thing I always like to do to maximize the effects of the sun, I wipe it down, make sure I get all the smudges off from handling the tube, and the mirrors are nice and shiny. And basically we are ready. As you can see here, the sun has traveled a little bit. It's been a little bit over half an hour since we first set it. As you can tell, the shadow completely covers this area, so that means it's completely oriented. Right now, this has been cooking at about 225, 250, somewhere in between there. Okay, I think it's time to take this out. Let's see what the temperature is. Yeah, it's been steady around 225. That's really good for cooking and for warming up the freeze-dried food. One word of caution: make sure that you wear some kind of thermal gloves. These are thermal gloves, because when I open that stopper, it's going to steam up. You can almost see it right now. You can see the steam coming out. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. This is what it looks like. I'm going to stir it a little bit. These freeze-dried food end up kind of mushy, but they taste very good. And the big test is the potatoes, which were raw. These potatoes were raw. Let's see what they taste like. They're cooked and very hot.